Instagram, Ravelry, have a look at my Etsy shop. It's all written down below in the box. Yeah, it's been ages since I last podcasted. All I've been really knitting is Christmas knits, so it's a bit boring really. And they're all the same pattern, just different foot sizes because they're all socks. And you can probably guess what pattern it is as well. But yeah, so I waited to see if what else I was going to cast on. And because I didn't know, I was a bit in a rut with what to cast on. So I've now casted something on and I've finished one object, which isn't very much, is it really? Well, no, it isn't. I haven't finished just one. I finished like 5 really. But they're all the same pattern, so it doesn't matter. So as you can see, I've got my Christmas tree up. Woo. You might not be able to see because I've got the light behind the camera and I didn't know whether it would like make it funny or not. But yeah, that's my tree. Woo. All I can think about is how we're going to get the blooming lights off it when we get rid of it. Last year we had to get a chainsaw in the living room because we couldn't get through the door and chop it up in the living room and then put it into bags and then put it in my cart, which was a mess. There was fir tree, whatever it's called. Is it a fir tree? Christmas tree. It's just a Christmas tree to me. But it was all over my car. It was a complete nightmare. But we got a new set of lights and they had 1,000 lights on. I think it was a bit much because I had to go up and back down the tree and it'll probably all get tangled up. But yeah, it does look really nice. Yeah, so I have, since I last podcasted, I went to Kendal Wool Gathering, which I got lots of yarn in, but I'll have to show you after Christmas, or maybe I might do I might take my camera, because I'm going to my mum's house, hopefully, if I don't get blooming COVID again, because I got COVID last year. I'll take my camera to my mum's house, and then I'll show you, because I'm going to my mum's. So yeah, so they were all from the Kendal Wool Gathering, but I'll just wait to show you all. But it was a good day, and then I went to Craftopia in Ingleton, which I've never actually, even living around here, I've never been to Ingleton, but we went for a walk up Ingleton Falls, and it's like loads of waterfalls and stuff. Lots of steps, lots and lots of steps, but yeah. And then we went into the village, and then I didn't even know there was a wool shop. I just fell over it and spent money. But yeah, so I'll show you what I got from there. So my finished objects, I haven't got my sock blocker. That's a bad idea, isn't it? I forgot. I'll show them without my sock blocker. These are the Lady Porsche socks by Twin Set and Pearl, and I am knitting them with Dan Sheepy Lane in the colourway. My brain is all over the spot today. In the colourway, not today. So yeah. Oh. So these are my socks, and you can't really see the pattern like that. But I've worn them a couple of times so that so they've been washed. Oh, there we go, that's better. Oh, by the way, right, so my hands are blue. I look like a Smurf. Smurf? Smurf. Because I have a Jules coat, which was navy blue, and I left it in the car on the back of the thingy thing, in the boot, through the summer, and it bleached because of the sun, and I just left it there for ages. Yeah, so I have tried to dye it, but it's in the washing machine now actually. I probably need to get it out to see if it's worked. Probably won't work because it's oil covered. Oil covered slightly, but not fully oil. So I just tried it just to see if it would work. Probably won't, but it cost me 90 quid. It never cost me 90 quid actually. I think I got it for Christmas last year. But yeah, so I have tried to dye it. That's why I look like this. So yeah, so these are the Lady Porsche socks, and they have this design down the front, which is actually really fun to knit. It looks really hard, but it's not. It's quite, you can memorise the, look at my nails. You can memorise the pattern repeat quite easy. Yeah, but it looks quite effective, doesn't it? All the way down to the toe. And then the back has a pattern, and they look like bows. So that's the back. Yeah, and I love them. I love the colourway. I think the colourway goes really well with the pattern. So yes, I'm quite glad. Where's the other one gone? I dropped it. Yeah, I wish I got my sock blockers now, but I'm unorganised. So yes, I did a twisted rib, and that's in the pattern. That is in the pattern. Because if you can see, it sort of goes into the first pattern repeat of the actual front pattern. And then I did heel flap and gusset, my normal thing. Yeah. It's a top-down pattern, which is good because I've never done a toe-up. I've got a fear of doing toe-up. I should really do a toe-up to get over my fear, but I do like doing top-down. They're my favourite to do. But yeah, so that's that. And I love them. They're one of my favourite pairs up to now. That's that one. So I have many socks that I have, well, not many, knit for people's Christmas presents. So they're all out of West Yorkshire Spinners wool. I have knit, if Emily, don't look if you're watching, she might not be watching, but my friend from work loves my socks and she wears them all the time, so she's really knit worthy. So I knit her some of these and she loves bright colours. So these are the Rose City Rollers by Mara Catherine Briner, and they are just easy peasy TV knitting. And I can't remember the colour, but it's West Yorkshire Spinners, but I can't remember the colourway. I've been the tags. But if you looked, you'd find it on the website anyway. That's that one. And I remember the colourway of this one actually. I have knit my brother's girlfriend, my sister-in-law, sort of, but they're not married yet, but they're engaged, so she's basically my sister-in-law. Yeah. These ones. And these are, is it Passion Fruit Cooler colourway, I think. I have knit me some socks out of this yarn before, ages ago. And these are really her colour, really. And then out of the same ball of wool, I knit my mum some socks, but she's got bigger feet. You can look how little Antonia's are to my mum's. Oh. Oh, now I've got them mixed up now. Them. And then out of this one, I knit myself some, so they are drying because I've worn them. They're on the rack drying. Yeah, so I've been knitting some Christmas knits. I do like just knitting Rose City Rollers. They are easy peasy. So that's them, and that's all my finished objects, which is a bit rubbish. But it's a bit rubbish, but I do enjoy knitting them. It's like, if you enjoy it, why just keep knitting them? But then I've got nothing to show new for a podcast. Otherwise I'd just knit them forever. So yeah, so I have a ball of wool of mine ready to knit some socks. Probably Rose City Rollers, but for myself. And this is Have a Very Merry Unicorn. But I haven't cast anything on yet. I've got it balled up. I stopped using my ball winder because it's a complete nightmare. It just doesn't work. So I can never be bothered. So I just do it myself now. It takes me a while. But you can do it while watching TV. So my next, I'll have to get my notes up because I've got a rubbish memory. So my next is the Claire, it's not really a shawl, it's like a scarf, but not a scarf, but it's like a bit more dressy. So this is the Claire by Lynn Ann Banks, and by Lynn Ann Banks, and her company is None Such Knits. So it's meant to be quite loosely knit. So it's meant to be quite loosely knit, but I already have a loosely knit shawl in lace weight yarn, and it catches on everything, and you have to try and pull all the yarn through to try and get it right again. So I decided not to do that. I love my other shawl, but you have to like be really careful with it. So I decided to knit it on, I think the pattern says 7mm needles, but I'm knitting it on, I'll tell you now, 3.5. And it is a really, really easy to remember pattern. It's just yarn overs really. On each side is a yarn over repeat, but it's the same pattern each side. And I like how it's like, when it's like loose, it's like folding a bit, look. I quite like that. So yeah, but I do only have one ball, and I added, because I'm doing it on smaller needles, I added more stitches. But the problem is, I think I've gone too wide, and I'm not sure one ball of yarn will do an actual hole, like to go around my neck. I don't mind if it's not long, because I think it will block out quite well, look. I think it will block out longer. But you do get quite a lot of meterage in lace weight though, don't you? But I am knitting this in West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's, if I got the tag somewhere, have I got the tag somewhere? I might not, I might have binned it. I haven't been very organised, all my stitch markers have fallen out. Oh, I have got it. I've got it in West Yorkshire Spinners again, but it is in, it's a bit, the Exquisite range, and it's 80% Falkland wool, 20% mulberry silk, and the tags were in. So yeah, so that's that one, and it feels lovely. But again, I don't know why, I love lace weight stuff, but I don't know why I buy it, because it blooming takes ages. Especially if you're knitting it on a lot smaller needles than it's meant to. So that's taken me a while. But I'll keep going. Hopefully, because it's easy, hopefully I'll just keep going on it. But yeah, that's that. And I've only got that much. And that is a free pattern on Ravelry if you want to go and have a look. Yeah, so that is my whips. That's literally it. Which isn't very good, is it? So, I will show you what I have bought. So, the only item I actually bought out of my own money at Kendal Wool Gathering was Dina's Home of Crafts. And this is fingering weight. For some socks. And the colourway is Beatrice. And it's washing out a bit, but it's a bit deeper than that. That'll probably be some socks. I got as well, so when we went to Ingleton to Craftopia, I got a sheep geese whirl, and I can't say it, I have no idea how to say it, so that's what I call it. In a bright one this time, so that might be a shawl of some sort. And it starts off as yellow in the middle. It was a beautiful shop. And then from the same place I got Pigment and Ply in the colourway Picture Gallery. And again, that's washing out, but it's like greens. Which is lovely. I like the tags. The tags are cool. Yeah, so that's that. That's everything I have bought. I'm trying to think if I've bought anything else, but I don't think I have. So, on to what I have got in the shop. So, go and have a look, because there is some stuff in the shop left. I am trying to get everything like sorted for Christmas. So if you order stuff now, I will send it ASAP, because I know it's the start of December. I'm not sure if it'll get to, I don't think it'll get to other countries in time. Maybe not, because it takes a while, doesn't it? So yeah, so I have got in the shop Pumpkin Patch, cranberries, and they're all being slightly washed out, but yeah, just slightly, I think. The groundsel fairy, and that's on yak, and all the rest apart from these ones are BFL and nylon. The groundsel fairy, which is lovely, that'll be nice, a look beautiful shawl. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Autumn Walk. The Michaelmas Daisy Fairy. Poinsettia. I think I'm saying it right. After all, it is a name that I named it. And that's on yak as well. Tonal. The Wayfaring Tree Fairy. I love that one. Have a Very Merry Unicorn, which I'm going to knit some socks out of. First Frost. The King Cup Fairy, which is like a different yellow to the groundsel. It's a bit more summery. Well, it is a summer one. I've just got one left over, one sad one. And that's in yak. The Holly Fairy. The Elderberry Fairy, but that's being washed out as well. And that's it, I think. Yes, if you want to have a look at my shop, go and have a look at my shop. On Etsy, it will be down in the box. Yeah, and that's everything. Hopefully, I will get my mum involved because she's been knitting quite a lot. And we might do one on Christmas Day if she's got time, because she's cooking. I'll help her cook. I'm not very good at it. We do Gusto, and it tells you step by step in how to cook. So it saves my life, because otherwise I'd be rubbish. So yeah, and instead of just going to Aldi and buying like loads of frozen stuff, which is what I was doing, I know it costs a little bit more, but then I actually eat sort of healthily, rather than just eating pizza all the time after getting from work. So yeah, so that's everything. I will show you more after Christmas. Hopefully I've got some more yarn to show. So yeah, so like and subscribe. Thumbs